No, baby. No, baby, that's not what you want to say. I'll tell you what you want to say.
She's
I get really obsessed.
Whipped.
I'm a lover girl. People keep saying this. Like,
It's not realistic. If somebody is showing that much love in the beginning,
One and you.
yes,
There's a whole.
this is one for you, I think.
baby, I was so bad. I was.
All of us are single. So that doesn't exactly make us qualified.
Hi everyone, this is literally the part 4 of giving relationship advices to people. But then we're all in our 20s and we've all dated a few people, and I think we speak from experience. Hi, my name is Sudhata Rana and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is
Lorenzo.
and this is
Linda.
the gorgeous girl. Lorenzo, can you just scoop in a little so that Linda comes in? Linda, come a little peach. Yeah, yes, we. Oh, stunning. You look beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, so our first question is: we are best friends, but we are falling in love. Because we had past relationship and they were traumatic, we cannot say this to each other. Help.
Wait, are you currently in relationships right now?
No, they're not in a relationship, but they've had bad past relationships.
Okay, so take it slow. You're best friends, so you already know each other. You already supposedly get along, right? Because you're best friends. Try to maybe work on yourselves before you get into a serious relationships, but also
I feel like give it a shot.
give it a shot.
You never
worth
know
a
how
shot.
it works.
I don't like when people are like, oh, maybe I ruined the friendship. The friendship was already ruined.
Yeah.
The
You
moment,
have feelings.
the moment you kiss, the moment you
You have that little tingly
past that
feelings and you're not
point.
seeing the
It's
same
past
thing.
that
It's
point.
gone. So you might as well give it
Might
a
as
shot.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not.
Okay, I'm in a bad situationship. He is love bombing me. It's hard to move on. I loved him with my whole heart. Now love him with very little heart.
very little.
Whole heart for you.
Little to no heart.
Okay.
Don't love him.
Like, you guys are self-aware. Everything I see here, you guys are self-aware people. You know exactly what's happening. I know it's hard. That's why you're not able to move on. And that's why there's a question here dropped on our pages. But as I'm saying, it's going to take some time. But baby, love bombing is never going to turn into true love. Because if he wanted to love you, he would have not bombed you.
The thing about love bombing is that it's not realistic. If somebody is showing that much love in the beginning, they can't keep up the whole relationship with it. They're just trying to win you over.
You have a different opinion, I feel.
No, I feel like no. Okay, sometimes though, I'm not discouraging love bombing though. Sometimes love bombing is too much. But sometimes, like if you really like someone and you,
Yes.
there's a whole Sometimes if you really like someone, listen, okay. I notice a lot of girls, you love bomb them, eventually they give in, you know. A girl, you need to chase her. So love bombing is not all bad, okay? Sometimes showing a lot of love works for, especially, I feel like with women.
I think
it
it's okay to accept love bombing, but know when the love bombing is over, you need to be self-aware about your own boundary and when you are not respected. And if you feel like you're no longer respected, it's okay to walk away. You don't need to hold grudges or have bad feelings.
You know, I keep telling people, I appreciate people who know when to walk away. You know, you can be in a bad phase, in a bad relationship, bad anything. You just realize it's not for you and you walk away. The problem with all of these questions are, you guys are asking us to give you solutions to stick to something that's not healthy for you. So the minute that's not good, you need to walk out of it. It could be marriage, it could be relationship, it could be your parents, anything for that matter. What's toxic is toxic. The minute you learn to say no is when you know. It's the beginning of knowing yourself to set up boundaries. You need to be strong enough to walk out of situations that's not helping you grow, that's not making you happy, that's not bringing you peace, that's not making you money, baby. I'm in London making this video. That's where you need to go. But as I said, there is no point of you trying to water a plant that's dead.
That was Pearl's
a little water, it's okay.
diamond advice.
You can pretend, you know.
I don't pretend.
No.
How the fuck to navigate your goddamn emotions in a long distance relationship?
This is one for you, I think.
Maybe I was so bad. I was so in love and I did everything to work that, and I was madly and obsessively in love. So I gave it a shot. I tried everything. I woke up at that point of time and I realized that the person was not putting in efforts, and they always came up with like 100 million reasons of, oh, this is not happening, oh, that's not happening. And I felt so bad because I was there, and for 2 years I tried my best. Do I feel stupid? I feel very stupid. But I think the first time he broke up with me, I was so in love that I went back and I cried and I was like, can we please get back together? And for 1 month he would just call here and there and be like, okay, whatever. And then he came back once he was back from his Miami trip. But anyway, and the next time when he did break up with me, I think I just realized that this is what's going to happen. He's going to constantly just come up to me and say, oh, this is not working out, long distance. I said, okay, bye. He's back again. I know they all come back, but I'm just self-aware enough to know that I'm not going to be putting myself through that again. I will not settle for breadcrumbs.
I feel like long distance relationship. I've never been into one. I don't think I'm capable of it. There needs to be a moment where you actually there's a plan in the future where we reunite. Because if it's like indefinite, then you live far away. I mean, why are we even together?
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in going back with someone that's cheated. If your monogamy is a value that you hold, but if it's like you can go back together at a different point, okay. But it needs to be a reunion like often, and it's very hard. Like unless it's very strong and you have something very dear, maybe take a break.
So, before I started even traveling, because he was in the different country, I think I've applied for the visa 3 times and I got rejected. And this person put in like no efforts at all to help me or do that or like come visit me, see me, nothing.
Yeah, because long distance relationships are not only like
Easy.
mentally draining, they're also financially draining. You need to think of the plans to travel, to meet, and you need to be careful if the effort is one-sided.
That's what it was. I was so unexcited. How to not be obsessed with my boyfriend? Maybe if he's cute and hot.
Be obsessed.
No, hold on. I disagree. This is how you're not obsessed with your boyfriend. You take all of the energy, you look into the mirror, and you put it right back into you. Like, you're thinking about him, think about you. You're thinking about, I want to get this little present for him. Get a little present for you. Do your hair, do something. Put a dress that makes you feel good. Call a friend. Don't be obsessed with your boyfriend, please. He should be obsessed with you, in my opinion.
Lorenzo has something different.
No, but like I feel like that's one of the parts I like the most about dating someone. Then
You being
when I'm in
obsessed.
love, I'm obsessed with you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not. Maybe I don't tell him that because I want to keep some game. But I'm like, I'm actually obsessed with you. I think about you so much.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? I kind of like I'm bored of loving myself. It's kind of boring.
Never.
But that's someone who's you are somebody who is actually so in love with yourself, Lorenzo, and all of these people are clearly not.
Yeah, I think yours is a distraction from loving yourself. You're
Yeah,
like,
you
I've
have
got
to need
something
it.
else to love finally.
You're so in love with yourself that another person just like, finally, let me take a break of loving myself.
Yeah, mind you.
Because you know how many times I had to pause the video because he did not like his hair.
Oh, but mind you,
Yeah.
if you're obsessed with your boyfriend who is also obsessed with
With
you
you.
and you're obsessed with each
so
other, oh, that's so
nice.
cute, so
It's
nice,
healthy.
love it.
But if it's
you're obsessed
one-sided-
with your boyfriend who is kind
He
of
didn't
like,
say one-sided though.
Just one-sided.
she said how to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, but
If you want to stop, that implies that.
okay, yeah. Okay, what they said, but also if you love yourself, be
Yeah.
obsessed with them is nice. Like, I feel like we should allow ourselves to feel, and we don't nowadays because it's like I love what they said, but also I feel like self-love can go up until a certain point, and after that you have to love other people.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm somebody, so my way of obsession is like when I really like somebody.
She's
I
a
get
sweet
really
girl.
She's
obsessed.
whipped.
I'm a lover girl. People keep saying this,
I
like,
love
you go
that.
on bad dates. No, I'm a lover girl.
No,
I
I
give
love
chances.
that. I love that.
Okay.
But be a lover girl for the right people.
Yes. I walk
That's
out.
the
As
key.
I said, I keep telling, like, I do go on dates, and then I'm like, if the date goes bad, I'm not going on a date with the person again. Yes, if the date went bad, I thought it would be nice. It did not go nice. It's okay. I walk out of it. I'm not fixing the man. Not happening.
No.
Guys, next question. After realizing that the man is a pure fuckboy, is it okay to let go a 7 years relationship?
Yes. Yesterday, 2 days ago, last week. You're late. Let it go.
There's a Chinese proverb that goes, the best time to plant a tree was 5 years ago. The second best time is today. Okay?
Today, right now.
There's also the mentality. Like, you guys, there were a few questions that is there, but 5 years relationship, 1 year relationship, 2, doesn't matter. He's a fuckboy. You don't like that. You like a fuckboy? Continue. You don't like a fuckboy? Leave.
But to Lorenzo's point, do you want to waste 7 years or 7 years in a day?
That part.
If I see potential in a guy and he loves me but not financially stable, should I go for marriage?
I mean, if you see potential, they got great ideas. Like, it's nice. If you marry for potential, it's nice because then you go
You're
through it
building things
together.
you're crying together.
No, but like, not everyone is sorted financially that quickly.
No, I don't think that you should only marry if someone is financially stable. I think there's many qualities that qualify somebody for a long and healthy relationship, but there must be, for themselves, not even for the both of you, but if you're planning on getting married, started a family, and there's no financial stability, a family costs money.
Yeah. There's a Hindi song which says, Tere bin suki roti khain. It's like with you, even...
That's it.
Even
That's what I was gonna say.
No, wait. No, baby, that's not what you want to say. I'll tell you what you want to say. So the song goes, "Tere bin sukhi roti bhai," which is with you. I'll also eat dry roti. No, I need ghee on my roti. So it's okay. Before marriage, let's figure out. Let's
Butter
figure out
my bread.
what we can do financially. What we can. I'm working, so let me see. If you're somebody who wants to do 50-50, or somebody who wants to contribute in the family, you can definitely be like, okay, let me take care of you until then. Then you find a job, or we figure it out, and then you go into marriage. Marriage is expensive. Babies are expensive. Families are expensive. Everything is expensive. So you need to be practical here. Yes, you can love someone, but you know how beautiful money is?
I disagree on this. Like, for me, it's more like, obviously you need to be responsible enough to, especially because the question is marriage. Marriage is a big commitment. You have to be responsible to go into that. But that said, I mean, yeah, money is nice, but
I'm not saying massive money, Lorenzo. I'm not saying
No,
the person
no.
has to be rich, but you need to at least make some money to survive and thrive.
no, sure. It depends on your plans. Because sometimes, like, honestly, you actually don't need money, like, to be happy. It's not even
This is
necessary.
every person who has money. You will not see a poor person on a YouTube saying this, by the way.
Because the thing is,
No,
money.
but like, it's the truth. I've
But
had
it's
no
nice
money
to think
and I
that
have
you don't
money.
need, no, it's true. It's nice to think that you don't have money, but when you have a family, there's things that are out of your control. The roof breaks, the child gets sick, something needs fixing, the car breaks down. Like, you actually need money for the whole family.
Yeah, but there's different levels. Like, you can have enough money to guarantee your food and that, and sometimes
That is something you
I just
plan
believe
before
sometimes
marriage.
you just need love, and I don't think I'm giving bad advice, but sometimes, like, I think we live in an era that we're too, like, materialistic, and we have to be self-dependent,
Yeah, I agree.
and we can. Sometimes it's nice to have a bit of
Uncertainty.
uncertainty.
Yeah.
Not to say like go broke and be on the finding food on
Figure
the
out
street.
it. I mean, as I said, it
For
depends on
marriage,
you
maybe
guys.
have a plan.
Yeah, have a plan is always saying.
But also follow your heart too. And if you see
It's
potential,
love. I feel like when you're in love, you actually figure things out. You're like, you really
Facts.
want to marry? Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
take some time.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Have a plan. Marry.
here in the UK, there's this couple. The last man that won the Euro Millions, he won like 420 million. The wife broke up with him the day before he won this money. So all I'm saying is, sometimes if your man has potential or your woman has potential, so don't give up. Maybe this that one day they will get you to.
Might win the
And
lottery.
it might be the new Steve Jobs of Bengaluru.
Guys, our next question is, he was sharing things, but I wanted to meet him in person so that we could connect better, and he refused to do so. But I'm not a text person, like not so much into it. And now I'm like,
Well, I mean, do you want a virtual relationship or do you want a real relationship? If you want a virtual relationship, then I see why you would be attached to the idea of texting him and having somebody to think about. But eventually, you need to meet up in real person, in real life.
yeah, you have to. I feel like that's the whole point of a relationship. You want a partner and a person because of
Yeah.
that. What's your relationship status with Lorenzo?
Should we tell them?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we'll actually make a whole YouTube
Yeah,
video
we'll make a
separately.
whole-
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this.
Okay, guys. So our next question is, just a stupid girl in love. Every question I've read at this point is a stupid girl.
But I love it. We've all been a stupid girl in love at some point.
Yeah.
Met someone earlier this year and we had good chemistry and dynamics, but I decided to end the talking stage since I was moving abroad. Met him one last time just before moving, and he said he wanted to move abroad in the future as well, so we started talking again. 3 months in, he said he was unsure if he ever wants to move abroad and didn't want to still string me along, so we called quits. But he still loves me. Do I text him or wait for him to make up his mind, or just move on?
I mean, do you think that you texting him will help him make up his mind? I think he needs to figure out some things.
Yeah, because if he's so unsure that he's like, oh, I'll move, then I'll not move, then I'll move, and I'll not move, then he's still somebody who's figuring things out. So you need to let him give some space or time to figure things out, and then if he comes, he comes, and if he does not, then he's not for you.
That part.
We are in a 4-year-long relationship. He's a real gem. Yet I feel so insecure because of this ghosting behavior.
Can we just start from think about if you're overreacting to is it ghosting or is it, because some people say ghosting and maybe that didn't reply for 10 minutes or an hour. Maybe it doesn't have the same. If it's a couple of days, yes, you should be concerned because if he cares, he would be replying. It depends on the extent of the ghosting, okay?
I think, a good trick for me sometimes is to think about, obviously I don't want to be idealistic, but it's think about an ideal relationship or a couple that I admire, that I already know in my life. Like, if he wasn't responding to her for 2 days or ghosting, would I think that's okay? Would I think that's acceptable? And sometimes when I think of real life examples, I'm like, uncle will never leave auntie on red for 2 days. Like that would never happen. So that's completely unacceptable. Depends.
Agree, plus one. What if someone made a bad mistake, legit mistake, as soon as they asked you out?
I mean, I think that if you look inside yourself, if you think it's really worth it, and you think, even if it's like, it's a little stupid, maybe you just want to try it out. If you have the strength, like Rita said before, to walk away if the situation doesn't serve you, give it a go. If it makes another mistake again, then it's a repeated offenser.
I keep saying, I give another chance, like once, twice, okay. But if it's a pattern and they keep following the same, it's just them. It's their personality.
This is rarely one mistake. Usually, in my experience, they always follow more. So it could be, there's a 1% chance it could be the only one. But most likely 99%, don't forget, the mistake is pattern. Okay.
After being together for a year, my boyfriend isn't intimate with me and the relationship has gotten mundane. Not your boyfriend anymore.
She said next.
No, Rita, you can't do this. These things happen, okay?
Baby.
You can find ways to try and spice it up. If it doesn't work, then maybe you give up on it. But you don't give up easy.
Does he talk about it? Like, is he aware of the situation, or is he acting like everything is fine and dandy? I think maybe first try and talk about it.
Yeah.
But maybe that would make it awkward.
No, I know, right?
Yeah.
But I think talking is the solution, because I feel like this person has not actually spoken and they're just finding... maybe talk about it and just let you... But there are also people who are not very sexually... it's not like they're into it as much.
But then you should have known from the beginning, surely. If that... No,
but if
what they're saying is that stopped.
I think that, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm all for trying it, but there's nothing worse than like trying to spice it up and then there's a problem and now you're there looking all sexy.
Lingerie.
And it's just, they're like...
Awkward, that's awkward.
So maybe we could start with communication.
Before you
conversation.
Okay, if that doesn't work, try and look around, I think. Because for me, I'm a very monogamous. I would never cheat if you treat me correctly. Then if you treat me incorrectly, maybe a little bit. So you made me cheat.
Wow.
It's your fault.
I disagree.
I'm joking, obviously.
Love my boyfriend, but we are way too different in our upbringings, dislikes, what we want in life.
I think this is too important to give up on. Like, this is literally your values. You should never compromise your values. You compromise on
hobbies.
Hobbies.
Yeah.
You don't like the same food I like, sure. But
tastes.
values?
Values is the big one.
Yeah, as I said, you love them, yup. But then in the long run, these will be the reason that you'll break up.
Yeah.
I like some guy, he's not even my type. I just fell in love with him. He's a red flag for sure. He only calls me at night.
Oh, girl, abort. Block. Don't even feel bad about it. Just block.
There's a guy, sends me friendship reels as well as love reels, mixed signals. What should I do? I don't like people with mixed signals.
No, I think don't do anything.
Yeah.
As in, like, keep living your life. Go on and about your life. Because, like, a reel is not enough. Like, I don't wanna... This should not be cryptic. Okay? If you one day, maybe he's insecure about it, and maybe he'll find the courage to, like, step up.
I agree.
But don't overdo it, because you might scare him off. And
don't read in too much into it. I would also say that I'm guilty of this 1000%, to be like, oh my god, he looked at my story, he liked my story. Liking your story is not a sign of anything. Liking your I like stories sometimes.
I like everyone's stories.
It's okay.
I am literally
he's not in love with you but shy. It's just move on. If he asks you out, that's a move. That's a action.
But don't settle for bare minimum.
I don't see myself in my relationship anymore. I care, but I don't love. How do I tell him without breaking his heart? Like, she's fallen out of love.
You can't. Without breaking his heart, you cannot do it. With breaking his heart, you can do it.
I think, again, no, you can just be gentle with the blow. Like, just say, that you are looking for yourself, that something is missing, that is not anything that he's done, that he's been a wonderful companion, he's been a wonderful person, and that it's something that you need to find for yourself.
Like how we said, you deserve better.
Yeah.
Okay, I have been someone who actually I was so in love with this person, and one fine day I was just out of love. And I tried my best. I think for next 3 months, I was like, it's impossible that I don't feel the same attraction anymore. I don't like the person being next to me. I don't like the love, anything. I don't know. It just happened. And I didn't know why I was out of love, because I was so madly in love with this person, and it happens. So when you're out of love, I think there's no way that you cannot break their heart. You have to, because they are still in love with you. But if you're forced yourself to work it out, if it's not happening, it's not gonna happen. You're just gonna be miserable in this relationship. You're just gonna like try your best to get that spark back, get that love back, but it's not gonna happen because, as I said, you've tried. So if it's not happening, you just have to know that it's not happening and you just walk out of it. So the only way is for you to either you suffer and be in that relationship, but eventually it will start showing, because you'll not show the same love, you'll not show the same affection, you guys will start fighting quite often, and it'll just be very bitter. So it's better that you let them know, communicate, and try to get out of it. Let the person heal, you heal, and just realize that some things were not meant to be. How to make long distance work? I don't know, I broke up, so you tell me.
I never had long distance. But I think what Lorenzo said before is very valid. Like, long distance, I think, should be a temporary state. I think eventually there should be a plan of coming together. If there isn't, if it's like, oh, I'm going to school in a different country for 3 years, 4 years, and then coming back, plan. I'm doing this for 1 year, plan.
Would dating an ex be a good idea? Also, I have major trust issues.
Okay, I'll go first on this one. Okay, dating your ex, if you ended the relationship because, let's say, you were in a long distance relationship because circumstantial things happen in your life, or maybe you changed job and it was working too much, something like that, and you ended up on a good or sour note and you still have feelings, yes. If you broke up because something big happened, for example, cheating, or disrespecting you, or stuff like that, no, I believe. You can go back, but personal healing takes a long time, okay? And you have to see the facts of it. You can't just assume someone is healed when they haven't. So approach it carefully, but yes, you can go back. Usually, just to like give you statistics, it doesn't work most of the time, but maybe you're the lucky one.
Okay, that's it, guys. I think Lorenzo is... Can you see his eyes and face? You can start with the first segment to the fourth segment. His energy is drained. I can't believe it stopped not complain as yet, but we'll start right now. But I had so much fun. Linda and I will continue the rest of the questions tomorrow. But if Lorenzo wants to join, obviously you're always free to join. But I actually had a lot of fun. I can't wait to edit the whole thing. I'll see if I can put it in one part, but probably it'll be in 4 segments. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you love it, don't forget to subscribe. This is me, Rudha Tarana.
Lorenzo.
Linda.
Signing off.
Sayonara.